this is the end of a wonderful, successful, and eventful trip.
Yes, this is actually our last day in Kyiv. We've been here for, I don't know, well over a month, but having a great time because Biotexcom takes care of us, and look what they gave us.
And I will say we're very thankful also to the surrogate mother who gave us a miracle that became true.
And that who is now, we're in contact with her, and we are so happy. As a matter of fact, let me just bring this over. This is a gift she gave us, and look what was embroidered into it. So
The date of birth,
how much you weigh, how long she is, and not all surrogate mothers have such good contact. But this is the potential. And so
we call Biotexcom and Sofia Complex the honeymoon for babies.
exactly.
Because it's the perfect environment for new parents to really learn how to raise a child.
Yes, and so they give us everything. Everything from the food, this beautiful apartment, there's nurses upstairs, a doctor who comes in, a pediatrician who comes in a couple times a week.
They clean the place every 3 days.
We have a washer in the apartment, transportation. What else do we need?
You know, and also the Ukrainian people. I want you guys to know that we honor you, we are thankful, and we admire your strength, your bravery, and your kindness.
We left New York City as a couple, and now we're returning to New York City as a family.
And we're going to be back. We're so excited and so happy to be here with Martina that you won't get rid of us.
Yes, because we're going to have a sequel to Martina, to the story
Another
of Martina.
little Martina or Martin, so we are going to continue working with Biotexcom to have for Martina to have a sibling, hopefully next year.
Yeah, that's what we're working on. Also, they created this beautiful community. We came here alone, and we met so many couples in the same situation as us, and from different countries, from China, from Italy, from Germany,
Argentina, the country I'm from.
Yeah.
You guys are doing great in Argentina, by the way.
Portugal,
you name it. France.
France, exactly.
Holland, Sweden.
And the common language is love for babies. And so we transcend our language differences and everything. And we shared tips about fussy babies sometimes, and feeding, and just life in general. So we came here as just two people alone, and now we have this community. We have this WhatsApp channel now, where we're going to stay in contact with these people probably for the rest of our lives. In fact, that's what Biotexcom has done.
Yeah, I think the idea of having a complex like Sofia City, which is a beautiful suburban community, is babyland.
And so the other thing I wanted to mention, maybe we should put anyway, is the idea that I've been, we kind of gave up on having children. And for years and years we gave it up. And I have friends who've had kids, and they always say the same thing to me, that they learned how to love in a way that they never had loved before. And now I understand. And this is another aspect, and I would just say to anyone who's in pain over not having kids, you can have the same story as what we had.
The same experience. Becoming a parent is no longer determined by the clock ticking, like in the case of women. It's no longer even determined by age. You can be older parents as we are, healthy, as long as we stay healthy, and knowing that it's within our reach. Because also Biotexcom makes this possible, because it's not killing us with impossible fees.
Exactly. One of the things that could be a big hurdle or a scary thing about during surrogacy is the documentation and getting the passports and everything. As American citizens, the U.S. Embassy is great.
Amazing.
We got, once we had the documentation from Biotexcom, and they did the best job they could possibly do, and they worked as fast as they could. Once we had the documents and we gave them to the United States Embassy, it literally took a couple days, and we had an interview 2 days after we gave them the documents, and then we got the passport the same day.
It was actually Monday.
It was Monday. Mm-hmm.
So we sent everything on Thursday. By Monday, we had Martina's passport.
Yes, and it's a purple passport, by the way. Very cute.
We could show it to you.
Yes,
so each embassy and each country is different, and this also depends on the surrogate laws that each country has. Mm-hmm. So our suggestion for intended parents is to learn very well before coming to the Ukraine about the laws that really would permit or not to have a child surrogacy. Because we have seen very easy situations, like I would say, even in some countries like Argentina is making things very easy for parents, but other countries are making the parents' life miserable because they actually have counter surrogacy laws. Mm-hmm. So you have to be very cognizant of what applies in your personal case. We are a lucky story because actually the U.S. government was and is very supportive of this kind of procedures, but it's not always the case for parents coming from other countries, and we have seen sour stories also going on here.
Even the most sour stories just means it's going to take a little longer. As we all know, right now Ukraine is still at war. And so you can't take a flight out of Ukraine to go back to your home countries. And so the Ukrainians have lots of different ways to do it. We ended up doing the most comfortable way, which is where we hired a driver, and he's going to first drive us to Kyiv. We're going to spend a very lovely night in a beautiful hotel in Kyiv, and then the next morning take the next journey and go on to Warsaw. And then from there, we'll be able to take a flight from Warsaw directly back to New York City. The roads in Ukraine are like beautiful highways in the United States or Europe. They can drive fast, and it's comfortable, and so we are very confident that it's going to be, a nice journey.
I picked Martina up from the maternity hospital, and her parents were very anxious and worried. Her legs were very dry and cracked, which concerned them greatly. We treated her legs with ointment, and apart from that, there were no significant issues. Overall, she is a very calm and good baby.
What is your experience with Martina's parents?
I have been in contact with them for a month now.
They consider you to be Martina's fairy godmother and are very grateful to you for putting so much love and care into their child.
Martina is a wonderful girl, and I think her parents have nothing to worry about. She will continue to be a remarkable child in the future, just as she is now.